They're off and running at Finger Lakes. It's Ola Sabo who's bounding out for the front end. Mad Magic doesn't want any part of the lead, as it's Mr. Einstein who takes up the initiative, is up into second. Pot of Gold's in third, 3.5 lengths off the lead. And then it's Retail Man, Mad Magic, and Wild Banker. They make up the next flight. They're about 12 lengths off the lead, 1 lap to go. And at the back, that is Finalist. As they get ready to take on the first turn, Mr. Einstein taking it to Ola Sabo. Ola Sabo has inside position on Mr. Einstein, but they're clear by about 9 lengths over Pot of Gold in third. First quarter mile, 23 1/5. Fast pace for 1.25 miles for these horses, as it's Retail Man who's to the outside of Mad Magic, 4th and 5th. Then 4 more lengths back to Wild Banker and a gap of 2 to Finalist, who trails the half in a testing 47 seconds. Ola Sabel has the lead by a long neck over Mr. Einstein's been pressing him the entire way in second. Pot of Gold in a decent spot in third, 7 lengths off the lead, another 7 lengths back to Mad Magic to the inside of Retail Man. And then it is Wild Banker who's just trying to advance from the back. Wild Banker passes both Mad Magic and another rival, and at the back, that is Finalist. 2.5 furlongs to go. Ola Sabo gets the better of Mr. Einstein, but it's Wild Banker who continues to catch the eye up the inside, is now up into second. Also from the back, that's Finalist. Finalist going about 6 wide into the stretch, but advancing into fourth as they got 3/16 to go. Ola Sabo and Wild Banker are first and second. Finalist is on the grandstand side in third. Pot of Gold, 1 paced in fourth as they run to the 16th pole. Wild Banker takes over from Ola Sabo. Finalist is on the outside in deep stretch. It's Wild Banker. Wild Banker wins by 3. Finalist second, Ola Sabo third, Pot of Gold fourth. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double, pick 3 wagering. Post time for race number 2 in about 19 minutes at 1:30 p.m. And they're off. Slow start, Small Pebbles. Good start, Beauty's Bangle. Mommy Joe Dreams Shahana towards the inside, and it's Miss Stones. Miss Stones with the head in front. Beauty's Bangle, Shahana second and third. Thin Legs forwardly placed to the outside from fourth up into a joint second. Fifth place, Miraviglioso to the outside of Mommy Joe Dreams. Hypnocurrency towards the inside. And Small Pebbles circles up in the extreme outside, passing horses one by one. Taking the worst of it is Beauty's Bangle is at the back and is about 9 lengths off the lead. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Miss Stones has the lead. Thin Legs outside second. Miraviglioso races in third. Small Pebbles 4 wide in fourth. Hypnocurrency towards the inside in fifth to the inside of Shahana. Mommy Joe Dreams in second last as they reach the top of the stretch. Miss Stones opens up by 3.5 lengths over Thin Legs, who's all out in second. Shahana Miraviglioso outside third and fourth, and it's Hypnocurrency 16th to go. Miss Stones shifting ground. It's Shahana. Shahana only a length and a half behind. Miss Stones. Shahana surging late. Shahana in a photo with Miss Stones. Then it was they're all on the gate. And they're off. It's Percy and Dracula. These two zip out for the lead. Neil Rock is in between horses in third. Watermelon Crush deep on the course in fourth, and it's Skellig Island and Opportunity Woo. A few more lengths back to the trailers. I Love Cara to the outside of Dr. Darby. As they circle around the first turn, and it's Percy who's calling the shots in the front end. Dracula tackles outside in second. Opportunity Woo, Watermelon Crush, and Nilrock third, fourth, and fifth. A space of 5 lengths to Skellig Island, who's a length and a half in front of I Love Cara, and a margin of 4 lengths to Dr. Darby, who's at the tail of the field. Dracula's on even terms with Percy as they run to the half-mile pull. They're clear by 3. Nilruck and the House White Silks in third. 2 more lengths. Opportunity Woo still scrapes the paint in fourth. A length back to Watermelon Crush outside fifth. Skellig Island starts to better his position. splitting rivals, 10 lengths off the lead, but into the top 5. The back 2 horses, I Love Kara, who's 4 lengths in front of Dr. Darby. Midway on the turn, Dracula and Percy first and second. Nilruck draws ever closer third, a length off the lead, then 7 lengths back to Skellig Island in fourth as they reach the top of the stretch. And it's Nilruck on the extreme outside, now striking the front. Dracula and Percy are second and third. Skellig Island's in fourth, still 7 lengths off the lead. 1 furlong to go. Nilruck, Gutierrez goes to work on that one. Dracula's game up the inside second. Percy's in third. In deep stretch, it's Nilruck. Give jockey Raylu Gutierrez a riding double. Dracula second, Percy third, Skellig Island fourth. They're all in the gate. And they're off. Checking after the start, Manny Penny. HB plays Sans, surges to the front end. Makar defers in second. Wine Responsibly is on the outside third. Then it's Neptune Beach. Break the Fall saves all the ground towards the inside. Goes from fifth up into second. Second last is Socks for Daughters, about 11 lengths off the lead. And 3 lengths back to Manny Penny, who's at the tail of the field. As they circle around the first turn and transition to the backstretch, HB plays Sans. On the engine has the lead by 3. Makar stalking outside second. Break the Falls had the great trip so far in third. Then 4 more lengths to Wine Responsibly in fourth. 3 parts a length to Neptune Beach in fifth. A space of about 7 lengths to Manny Penny, who's out of last, and Socks for Daughters trails the field. Half mile to go. HB plays Sans leads by 4 over Makar in second. As it's Break the Falls punching through towards the inside third. Neptune Beach and Wine Responsibly fourth and fifth. Then 7 lengths back to Manny Penny, who's 4 lengths in front of Socks for Daughters, who's at the tail of the field. 2.5 furlongs to go, and Makar has taken over the lead from HB Play Sans. As it's Neptune Beach and Wine Responsibly, who are third and fourth. Break the Fall under a drive in fifth. Manny Penny is in sixth, but still about 8 lengths off the lead of Makar. Makar with 3/16 to go on top by 3. HB Play Sans. Manny Penny gets through towards the inside. Manny Penny now shifting to the outside as they run to the 16th pole. It's Makar, but Manny Penny's got that one. Manny Penny, and here's Socks for Daughters with a late thrust on the outside. Photo finish. Socks for Daughters coming out of nowhere. It's the winning mutual. Double $36.30. Exacta $34.56. Trifecta $58.10. Super $58.78. Pick 3 $18. And they're off. Looks like a great start. It's Reiterate and Devilly going out for the lead. Coffee Futures up the inside from about fourth up into the lead. Third place now is Green Gots. Reiterates on the extreme outside. Then it's Seattle Causeway. It's Franny Lou shuffle back to third last. Second last, Grand Lady India. One way at the back here is Wine Trail, about 17 lengths off the lead. As they make the entry into the turn, Coffee Futures on top. The lead's a length and a half. Devilly in pursuit in second. Gringotts contends outside in third. Now up into second, a length off the lead. And then it's Seattle Causeway and Reiterate, who are fourth and fifth. Grand Lady Indy towards the inside, 6. Wine Trail's out of last, and Franny Lou is out of it. As they arrive at the top of the stretch, and it's Gringotts who takes over from Coffee Futures. Devilly's on the outside. Grand Lady Indy's at the fence, now up into third, but still about 6 lengths off the lead as Gringotts takes over. Gringotts opens up by 3 lengths over Coffee Futures, and then it's Grand Lady Indy, 16th to go. It's Gringotts who's going to win this race by daylight. Coffee Futures will hold on for second. Grand Lady Indy third. Wine Trail rallies up the inside for fifth. $273.88. Double $15.76. Exacta $177.44. Trifecta. They're all in the gate. And they're off. It's Sky Travel rushing out for the lead. Flannery's Music flashing early speed in second. Light Thoughts improving up the inside in third. And then it's Carol Said No deep on the course in fourth. Sweet Invasion fifth. Let's MAGA mid-flight in sixth. 7 lengths off the lead. 8's up her sleeve outside of her. And a space of 3 to Practical Rachel, who brings up the rear. Entry into the turn, Sky Travel on the front end. The lead's 2 lengths. Light Thoughts in the white blinkers gets off the inside in second. Flattery's Music races in third. Then it's Carol Said No from fourth up into third, but is under pressure. 4.5 lengths off the lead. Ace up her sleeve, bettering her position up the inside in fourth. Still about 6 lengths off the lead, and everyone's trying to catch up with Sky Travel. Sky Travel comes off the turn, leading by about 4.5 lengths. The battle for second, Light Thoughts to the outside of Ace up her sleeve. And then it's Practical Rachel from far back, splitting rivals. Sky Travel drifting about. Practical Rachel rounding in between horses. Practical Rachel's going to get up, defeating Sky Travel. Then it was Light Thoughts. $7.32, the winning mutual. Daily. They're all on the gate. And they're off. Cast a Coin, Billy at the gate, Solo's Fury all setting for the lead. Clancy Fancy on the far outside. It's Billy at the gate, Clancy Fancy first and second. Cast a Coin races third. Solo's Fury backs off the pace in fourth and about 4 lengths off the lead. A space of 3 lengths to Rockstar Rebel, then a big margin of 8 lengths to My Cool Hand Luke in second last, and 3 more lengths to the trailer Bolt to Run. First quarter mile, 23 and a fifth. Billy at the gate and Clancy Fancy spar for the lead. They're clear by a couple lengths. Cast a Coin improving on the outside up in the third. Solo's Fury shaking up. Rockstar Rebel outside up into fourth. Many lengths back to My Cool Hand Luke, and then still another 10 lengths to the trailer Bolt to Run. A quarter of a mile left to travel. It's Clancy Fancy who shrugs off Billy at the gate in upper stretch. Cast a Coin. Rockstar Rebel bearing down the outside. Solo's Fury shifting to the outside in that white face about 4 lengths off the lead. 1 furlong to go. Clancy Fancy. Cast a Coin comes after that one in second, and then it's Solo's Fury. 16th to go. Clancy Fancy digs in. Cast a Coin to the outside. It's Clancy Fancy victorious, defeating Cast a Coin. Then it was Solo's Fury and Billy. $15.12. Try $15.58. Super $14.19. 8th race at Finger Lakes. Scratch the 3 sharp. All the gate. And they're off. It's Prince of Truth who streaks out for the lead. Sorority Prank, though, gets that early lead. Here's Apollo Coat at the fence, also contending for the top spot. Lil Lank right behind the speed in third. Prince of Truth in fourth. 2 to Happy Instead in fifth. A margin of 3 to Freedstale, who's about 8 lengths in front of Revivalism, who's at the tail of the field. It's Apollo Code who has overhauled Sorority Prank for the top spot as they make the entry into the turn. Prince of Truth tracks in third, 4.5 off the lead. Lil Ling is nudged upon in fourth, and 4 more lengths back to Happy Instead to the inside of Freedstale, and still about 8 lengths to Revivalism, who's at the back of the pack as they wind their way to the top of the home stretch. It's Apollo Code. Sorority Prank comes under a ride. Prince of Truth on the grandstand side in third. Lil Lang is towards the inside in fourth, and it's Happy Instead in fifth. They got 1 furlong to go. Apollo Code. Prince of Truth not giving up on the outside. 3 lengths off the lead. 16th to go. Apollo Code. Prince of Truth wearing him down. It's Prince of Truth. Apollo Code. Prince of Truth defeats Apollo Code. Then it was Sorority Prank. $40.56, the winning $2 Win Mutual. Daily double, $120.32. Exacta $115.80. 50. They're all on the gate. And they're off. Pretty good start. Giant Impact, one of a few going out for the lead. New York Doctor has a lot of early speed, so it will be New York Doctor and Giant Impact first and second. Palmissio's towards the inside third. Chicago Charlie goes wide as it's Belmont Union who scrapes the paint, and about 4.5 off the lead is that one. Then 4 more lengths back to Fast Amendment, who's about 3 lengths in front of High Water Mark, and a space of 7 lengths to Waiting for AI, who's at the tail of the field. As they transition to the backstretch, Giant Impact has the neck in front of New York Doctor. They're first and second. as it's Chicago Charlie's on the extreme outside up in the third, Palmisio fourth, Belmont Union towards the inside, now up into the top four. Will try and squeeze through at the fence. Now up in the third as New York Doctor drops back suddenly. Fast Amendment is in sixth and about 6.5 off the lead, but starting to advance from the back. And then it's High Water Mark, and then about 10 lengths to Waiting for AI, who trails the field. Giant Impact, Belmont Union first and second, as it's Fast Amendment who gets every chance at the outside. Fast Amendment with a 3-wide bid as Giant Impact fades. Palmisio towards the inside, now up into third. Chicago Charlie's in fifth to the outside of Giant Impact, and it's High Water Mark as they arrive at the top of the home stretch. Fast Amendment and Belmont Union, these two clash for the top spot. They're clear by 6 lengths over Palmisio in third, and then it's High Water Mark in fourth. They run down to the 16th pole. Belmont Union coming back for more along the inside. Fast Amendment not giving up on the outside. Fast Amendment, Belmont Union, here's the finish. Maybe outside, but that's another photo finish with the glare here at Finger Lakes as the sun sets. The roof here at Finger Lakes. This is your track announcer, Bill Downs, signing off. Have a fabulous evening.